Hello everyone. Now let's try to import a BQ. First and foremost, we go to the project section, and in project section we go to the add new project. Inside we can begin to enter the business unit information. First of all, we select the parent testing company here. For the contract type, we choose standard, and then we choose building forward category. Here can generate the running number for this particular subsidiary. Click check to verify whether the number is valid or not, and then proceed to enter the project title. And here you would enter the cadangan membina dan menyiapkan sebuah perpustakaan. The UiTM release. Okay, and then we go to the site address, University Technology Mara Arau release. Once finished, we go to the state and choose release accordingly, and then type in the project description, which is the PTA Arau release. Okay, click save. Once saved, we can begin to assign companies to the project. Right now, this is the business unit like we already entered earlier. So we choose the QS consultant for this one, QS consultant 1 Sri Berhad, and then we can choose to give them the permission to use tender documents, and then we click save. Following that, we have the 6 steps here. We go to the Build Space Pro to begin importing the BQ. So in Build Space Pro, we start to add a new build. So this one being the build number 1. For main building, click save. Okay, so we then click import from Excel file since we already have the Excel file. However, we need to do some adjustment to this Excel file. So this is the typical types of Excel file that have been produced by a QS consultant. So we will first need to delete this top part over here, and also the to collection page down here. This is because the system will generate a seamless BQ, and in the event that they wanted to make 2 or 3 page, they will automatically adjust and come up with the to collection page. Also for the collection page down here. So once finished, we need to take note on the columns that each things are designed for. So now we click on the import from Excel, select the BQ file, click open. And here, like I mentioned before, we need to do the column matching. Start with the description at C, units at D, default quantity at E, rates at F. This is for the system to recognize what is what inside the Excel file. So we proceed with selecting every elements that we required alongside the rates and quantity, and then click import. Now once the import is complete, we can see the original amount there is noted at 1 million. So this means that the rate has been successfully imported from the Excel file into the system. So we can go down to the items level here to examine everything. So we can proceed to print out the BQ in PDF format just to ensure that everything is in order before we proceed to the next stage. So this is the finalized BQ. Alright, once we satisfied with the BQ, we can click close and then proceed to publish to tender. So click on to publish, click yes, yes. And there we have it. We basically finished the BQ import. So just click on refresh over here. So this is basically a collaborative platform. So the tender documents may be uploaded by the business unit and not by the QS in this instance. So now we can continue to do the form of tender. We first go to the tender documents, and in here we find the form of tender tab, click show, and then in this form of tender we can go to the clauses and do some amendments here. If we need to amend the specific clauses to add something in it, we can just click and start writing. So we can also do arrangement, rearrange everything. So we just click and drop it so, and then click save once we finish fiddling with it. So we can see the tender documents has already been saved. So on the dashboard, it will indicate so here that tender form of tender is ticked in green. Alright, from here we can proceed to do the tendering process, beginning with going to tender and then select tender over here. So we need to fill in the recommendation of tender form, beginning with the proposed tender calling date, and also the time there, the completion period. Take for example here we choose 24 month. So the budget excluding contingency sum, the target date of site possession, proposed commercial tender closing date, take for example 1st of June, the procurement method, in this case we chose design and build. Also we could allow for contractor to propose their own completion period and also the tender evaluation. We can see the proposed tender calling date is roughly similar to proposed commercial tender closing date. You can have it verify if you want to. If not, straight away click save over here. Once the recommendation of tender has been saved, we can see that there are a new column here, which is the selected contractors column. We can proceed with entering the contractor's name. If they are interested in participating in this tender, take for example here, I would type build space contractor number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 to be included in this tender, and then I click save. Once saved, this contractor will appear in this column. We can start sending out expression of interest to the interested contractor by sending in an email right in the system over here. So we write the message here. Once finished, we can hit preview to see what the message will look like. If we are so satisfied, we can proceed to send to the recipients. So right now, if they registered their interest that they wanted, we can so choose to have it yes. If no, then we could click on no. After that, we click submit and wait for a few seconds before click yes. Now we will go to the list of tender page. List of tender page is essentially almost the same as recommendation of tender page, but we have here that we can put in remarks for specific contractor. Finish with it, we can click submit and then click yes, and then we will be prompted to calling tender page. Here we have to final check all of the requirements here, that whether or not it is correct, and then we can send the acknowledgement letter. Okay, and then the tender invitation also can be sent via the system itself. Once finished, you can just click submit, click yes, and essentially right now we are in the calling tender stage. The tenderer will receive the tender documents and also some notification, and they may begin to price their tender. So once all of the tenderers have submitted their tender price, we can go to open tender, and in here you can choose the tender and see their submitted date and time. Hit the action button and sync to bill space to sync all of the rates into our bill space pro, and then go to the technical opening. Inside the tender, first of all, we have to assign a verifier to undertake this specific job. So we will go ahead and choose a verifier in this case. So click submit, and then go to the home page, and we will see the to-do list here stating that we need to take an action. Okay, so straight away click confirm if you wanted to confirm, and then go back to the technical evaluation page. In the technical evaluation, we can see the status is in open, and we can see the verifier log to verify that the technical evaluation has already been opened. So click on the tender button over here and tick on every contractor. So we can see here their scores based on the answers that they already performed. So we go to the technical assessment form to see the score breakdown. So now we will go back to the target date of award and enter the targeted award date for this project. And then we can click submit down here. Click yes. Okay, now for the commercial side of the tender, we need to do everything almost similar to the technical opening. We will first need to assign a verifier, click submit, and then go back to the home page, also to the to-do list, select confirm, and then go back to the open tender and click on the tender button. You can see the verifier log if we need to verify when is the tender is opened. Now in this open tender, we can see the month proposed by the contractor and also the rates based on their submitted tender. So we will hit the action button up here and hit sync to bill space for us to take further actions. Now we will begin to create a tender comparison report. So we go to the Pro module, and in Pro we select the bill space icon onto the Reports module, click on the tendering report, click on the project, and then click on the View Tenderers. In here we click on the View Tenderers again, click on all of the contractors that participated in this tender, and then hit close. So now if we wanted to create a tender summary report, just click on both bills and then click on the summary all tender, lowest to highest. You can see here the system tabulated the price according to the lowest and highest, lowest being in the green, highest being in the red. We can have it in PDF format like so, and also in Excel format. So we hit close. Now to see the details breakdown of each items, we can just double click on every elements level and then tick on which part of the items that we wanted to have it compared, and then just simply click that. So this system will also generate the same thing like the summary, but for item level. So we can have it in PDF or Excel file like this.